And welcome back to Comic Frontline, everybody. I am Brant Fowler, aka the Gonzogoose, back with you for another Futures In review. This time I am looking at Harley Quinn, Futures In #1. This is written by Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Conner, art by Chad Hardin, and a cover by Amanda Conner and Paul Mounts. Now, first thing I gotta say about this book, positives: the art is absolutely gorgeous from start to finish, really crisp, really sharp, bright and colorful, very nice panel layouts. It's a humor book, so it's got a lot of humor elements to the art style. Very nicely done. Dialogue was witty, chipper, fun in parts, so it kept the spirit of Harley Quinn. So those are your positives for the book. Kind of in the middle critique here, the book had absolutely nothing. I mean, the farthest thing from a tie-in that you could possibly imagine. This book had absolutely nothing to do with Futures In. It was simply a what-if kind of story 5 years in the future that culminated with bringing things back to the status quo by the end of the issue, even though they kind of got shaken up at the beginning. A totally throwaway story. Even if you're a fan of the ongoing series, it's a total throwaway story. It's fun. It's a little cliched. I'm going to spoil it just a little bit because I have to in order to explain the cliche. Basically, Harley Quinn is going on a vacation, a trip, and she's got herself holed up in the freight hold in a crate box so she can save some money on the flight. And so the plane inevitably crashes over Bermuda, in the Bermuda Triangle or whatever, and she is stranded on a desert island. She's got a soccer ball she almost names Wilson, but says that would be too cliche or too obvious or whatever. As you would expect to happen in this kind of story, we've seen it many times before. Cartoons, shows, whatever. Gilligan's Island, I think, even did this. Basically, she's mistaken by the islanders as a goddess and brought up to meet the god king, who turns out to be, spoiler alert, the Joker. And it's the Joker. And so there's that reuniting thing, and they're, the god king and the queen princess goddess, she calls herself. And as would always happen, there's an active volcano, and both of them have to be sacrificed to save the island. Total cliche, done a million times before. Nothing new, nothing tying into Futures In. It was a cute story, it was fun in parts, fantastic, amazing art, but totally a throwaway story, not worth the effort for this event. I don't think there was anything necessary about doing a Harley Quinn Futures In book. This could have been just any issue of the book that happened to take place in the future. So kind of disappointing about that. I like Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Conner's Harley Quinn. I like the ongoing series. I enjoy their humor and their take on the character. So there was elements of that here. It was just in a cliched story that had no impact whatsoever on anything, past, present, or future, and it ends up right back where it started at the beginning of the issue, and so you really don't need this at all. So for this book, even though the art brings it up a little bit, but because of all the other reasons I mentioned, I'm gonna have to give Harley Quinn Futures In a 2.5 out of 5. The lowest score I've given in a while, and I hate to do it because I do like Harley Quinn, I do like the team on it, and I do like the art, and the art brought it up to 2.5. It's just it's unnecessary. There's no reason for it. It's a fun book, but that's it. So as far as the Futures In tie-in goes, 2.5 out of 5 for Harley Quinn Futures In #1. So thanks for checking out the review. Check out all the other reviews and all the other video content we have here on Comic Frontline. Of course, we're going to continue for the rest of the week reviewing the rest of the Futures In tie-in books, one-shots, whatever, and of course the weekly series. And of course, all the regular other content that we do, Media Madness. We got exciting announcements coming up for things there. The live show on Tuesdays, so on and so forth. We're just gonna keep doing what we do, and I hope you enjoy it. Check out comicrelated.com, comicfrontline.com, zone4podcast.com, all your #1 source for all your comic news, reviews, podcasts, and so much more. Tune in to the Hall of Toys on Tuesday. Hopefully it'll be up here on Frontline by Wednesday for some very special announcements about the show coming up. So again, thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you in the next video.